Welcome everyone. Here we are racing live from Oxford Plains Speedway. It is time for the Ultimate Sim League, sponsored by Pathfinder Chassis. Make sure you check them out. Appreciate your awesome sponsorship. It means a lot to us and this league as well. As you guys can tell, we are at a different track. This is the one I have been personally waiting on for a while now. As we get set to go. For, I think, 100 laps, by the way. But either way, it's going to be a fun one. Coming into tonight, let me actually stop the music. I'm trying to get some stuff up on the screen as well so I can make sure I have it. But let me actually stop that as we get set to go here tonight. Just looking right now. Jared Apel currently top of the board here at the point standings. Actually tied with Jackson Lewis. Bud Reeder goes back to third in the points, even though he's only 3 points out of the top spot. And then we got Brian Gundrum currently in fourth position. So there you go. So either way, should be a fun race tonight. Brian Hacker in here. He's ready to put down some laps. Looking right now at the practice boards. Hacker, Apel, Chad Butts, Mike Beamish, Andy Monday on top of the board. That's your top five. Oxford Plains Speedway, one of the smallest speedways in all of iRacing. I'm not exactly entirely sure how small it actually is, but you can see the weather here, 99 degrees, and these late models should make things very fun for us to watch. I don't really know what to expect at a place like this. I've only got to broadcast maybe one race. And I'm not entirely sure. I think it was in a modified. And that may have been about 2 years ago. So I've never got to broadcast the actual car around this place. So it's going to be fun when we actually get to watch this race when it gets set to go underway here in just a few moments. We actually got quite a few drivers, 26 to be exact, in here. So here we go. Minute 30 seconds left before we get qualifying underway. Let me know in the chat who you are pulling for tonight. As we get set to go. Like I said, I believe this is a 100-lap race tonight. Last week it was a fun race. We seen Kevin pick up the win. And I always try not to butcher his name. So I'm going to try to pronounce this, and you guys can laugh at me. Kevin Kunitson? Oh, that's bad. Anyway, practice is about over here, and we're getting set to go for green flag racing. So here we go. 25 seconds left before practice is over. Once again, let me know. I'm reading the chat. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're pulling for. See here looking now. And anyway, let's go qualifying. We're going to see the last about, I'm going to say about, 15 seconds? I actually thought they'd be about 13 seconds. But 15-second laps, which is actually a little bit slower than I actually thought we would be. I thought we would see 13-second laps. But Brian Hacker is on top of the board. Right now, the top four are separated by under a tenth. So we'll see how that plays out here in qualifying as practice is coming to an end. Brian Hacker will be your fastest in the session here tonight in the final practice as qualifying set to get underway. Here we go. Who are we going to watch first? Wait to see. It is going to be Mike Beamish heading out in the number 40 car. All things automotive. Coming to take the second lap. Oh, getting loose. That's interesting. Jump back here a little bit. Jeff Steenbergen in the number 62. Working through turns 3 and 4. Now, you also see them berms that is up in the middle of the track. Trust me, cars can hit them and go flying to the moon. That makes things fun. 15,990 for Jeff. Puts him currently third. Jared Apel is second. Brian Hacker currently on top of the board. Here's Casey Johnson in the number 5 car. Let's see what he can do. Watched him a little bit in practice. Was doing okay as he works out of turn number 2. See how he does right to the bottom. It's where you're going to be. This high line will not come into play tonight. It's all going to be that low line. 16.029. Not the greatest effort. Puts him P15. We'll see how he does as he continues on. Let's jump back a little bit as Reed Rundle actually qualifies 7th. This is Roman Blank, currently 15th. See if he could jump up here into the 83 as he works out turn 3 and 4 for the final time here in qualifying. Does not improve. Kurt Clevin, 51, 21st. Anybody else we got qualified? There's Mike Winters, but I think he is done as well. He is at a 77. Here's Josh Mueller rolling out onto the track. The number 26. Coming to take the green flag. This is lap will get underway. Let's hop on board. You see him actually hit that curb. That is an easy way to upset the car. Very easy to get loose when you run over that curb. It kind of lifts the tires up off the ground. Right on it, though. That's where you got to be in order to have a fast time. You see that kind of not what he wants because he actually hit the curb in turn 1 and 2 last time. Does a much better job this time in 1 and 2. And looking much better here on this lap. It does improve his time, but it ain't going to help him too much. Well, actually, I lied. It jumps him all the way up to 6th. Good lap there. Coley has already done his lap, so he is just out there on the track, just getting a little bit more practice in. Don't hurt. And I think that might be all that's qualifying. We still got actually 3 cars. Or 4 cars that have not went out. So we're still waiting on them to see if they head out. Make it 3 cars, actually, who we're waiting on. I don't really have a pick, honestly. I think Brian Hacker is going to be tough to beat. But Jackson Lewis kind of stands out a little bit. Of course, Jackson already this season has 2 wins, but he hasn't won in about 3 races. He won back at Southern National and Lanier. And then Cody Hubert picked up the win. Or Hubbard picked up the win at Myrtle Beach. Brian Hacker picked up the win at Milwaukee. And Kevin actually picked up the win at the Bull Ring last week. Once again, Brian will actually come in here, even though he is the pole sitter at the moment. He's coming in here a little bit further back in the points. I don't think he's actually completed a full schedule. Actually, I'm not even seeing him on the schedule or on the standings. Oh, there he is, 18th. But he's only completed 4 out of 5 races, so we'll see how it plays out here for him. Could jump up quite a bit if he's able to grab the win here. Josh taking up to P6. Yeah, he went from 15th to 6th. That was the biggest move in qualifying that we've seen. We got somebody pulling for Coy over on YouTube. See how he does. This race is going to be all about survival. I'm just going to be honest. I do expect the Allos to happen very easily here. But, hey, look at that. A little bit of cloud cover coming across the track. Track cools down to 87 degrees as the grid has started to take place. And you guys can get a look here. Race only 100 laps. There's Brian Hacker up front. You guys will take a peek at him. See how he does. He's got a little bit of experience any short track races. Most of these guys actually do. Bud Reedner in 11th. He's third in points. There's Coy and Mike Winters. Roman Blank. The rest of your field, 26 drivers. All right, so here we go. Ready for Brian Hacker to lead us to the green. We've got a couple cars that have not gridded yet. We'll be all right, though. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, guys, let me actually get my cameras ready here while we're sitting here gridding up, because, you know, what a better time. All right, here we go. One cool thing, we can actually control our cameras if we want to, which is pretty neat. So the pace car should be rolling. You can see, let me look at this field lined up. They're all the way back in the middle of turn 3 and 4. It does not take long to get lapped at this place. That is one thing I've learned from experience racing like the SK Mods, the Tour Modifieds, the Legends. It does not take very long to get lapped at a place like this. And most of the time I'm the one getting lapped. So, you know, just something to think about if you're the leaders and you're some of these guys in the back. Are you going to be aggressive when the leader does catch you to try to hold on to that lead lap? Or what is your plan? I think there's two ways to look at it. If you're a leader, you got to be kind of patient, because none of these guys are going to want to. Oh, there we go. I'll turn it up a little bit more, guys. You guys should be able to hear it a little bit better. I actually had it turned down way low. I apologize. Let me know if that's a little bit better for you guys to hear. It should be a lot better. Once we get green, it will be, I promise. Here we go. Pace car taking a left down pit road. Green flag set to wave. As the green flag back out here in the air from Oxford Plains. You already see Brian Hacker able to get up front, take that lead away, make sure he keeps it. Battle right now going to be all the way back here. This is 87 on the bottom side, trying to complete that pass. On the that is the 77 of Mike Winters that he's trying to pass right here. This is for the 13th spot. Actually, this would be for the 12th spot. How about that damage already? Oh, we got one car going around. That is the 26. That's one thing about this track. It's so hard for us to tell who it is. Josh Mueller actually did go around, though. Let's see what happened. Did he have help? Him and Reed Rundle racing side by side, getting a little bit of a tap, and then get up on the curb, and a little bit more bumper there, and then, well, he just said, I'm going to spin it right here, and unfortunately, he was running pretty well. He was back up in 6th or 7th when that actually happened. And now, unfortunately, he's going to be way back here in the 24th position once he crosses the line. So there you go. There's your look at the damage on the 26 car. Quite a bit there. There was another car that I seen that had a lot of nose damage. I was trying to find out who it is. It might take us a second to find out who that is, but give me just a moment here while we look. There we go. It was the 57 of Chuck Shear. Got quite a bit of damage to that driver's side. Already, you can't even see the number. Tough break there. So Hacker is able to stay out front here for now. Once again, if you are watching the broadcast, let me know if the sound of the cars is good now. I know we had them turned down pretty low. Should be much better now. Unfortunately, OBS, or the program we use, actually streams weird with sound, so it takes a few moments to get everything set up right. We pretty much have to set it for every race that we do. Caution lights should be getting ready to go off. They are, so we're set to go back green here on lap number 8 out of 100. You guys want to see what it's like to have fun? let's hop on board with Andy Monday, who's going to be on the inside. We're going to get a rider with him as we get ready to go back green. Right in the middle of this field. Let's see what happens here as we hop on board the number 10 car. Pace car's in, green flag out. See the 77 getting done in front of me. That's one thing that you need to do is try to close the gap up as much as you can, as he's right on the back bumper and Mike Winters in that 77 car. As they work out a turn number 4 this time. Andy doing a pretty good job. He needs to try to get some spots as we got another yellow out on the track. May have been the 83. We're waiting to see. He's back there. Let's see. Is this the caution? May have been the caution. Him and the, did he get the curb, or was there contact between him and the 55 or the 13? That may have been the caution. I'm not entirely sure. I don't see nothing else. So yeah, there's your caution, I guess. All right. So apparently we got Brian now actually we're staying green, even though the caution lights are staying on. We're back to green already, which is weird. Caution did come out for us, but apparently it did not stay out. Actually, maybe it was just by program. That's what it looks like. So we'll just have to load it back up. That's okay. So we are staying green here for now. As Brian Hacker's still out front here. Oh, back here, Chad Buds. Up on that outside. And that 8 car that you see. A little bit of damage to the back end. Looks like somebody got into the back of him a little bit. He is back to 16th. How about up front? Side by side back here, so 51 to 26. We've seen Josh Mueller actually have some trouble. He was back to 24th a moment ago. Here he is once again, already working his way back up inside the top 20. We're trying to. As Kevin tries to put a pass on him. We may have a caution out on track. Oh, nope. He just went in the dirt and we stay green. That is not going to help. One of our guys that's pulling from actually hit the berm. There you go. See if he had a little bit of help here. Just losing it, getting up on the curb, and unfortunately gets on the dirt mound. But we do stay green. And unfortunately, he is going to try to not go a lap down. But we do got a battle for the lead as well. Brian Hacker trying to hold on as a 7-0 Jackson Lewis. A very nice looking paint scheme this week. Nice looking scheme. Single file right now. That's one thing about Oxford. As short as this track is, you would expect a lot of yellows. And sometimes you get them. But honestly, you do see more green flags than a lot of the bigger tracks at a place like this. So that's pretty cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate you letting me know. Once again, I know it showed a white flag up in our corner where normally it would show green. Once a yellow does come out, it will fix itself. We had to reload our theme because apparently it thought that we was in a yellow a moment ago and we wasn't. How about this group right here? Jared out front in this little group in the 51. And that's the 40 of Mike Beamish right behind him. Reed Rundle right there as well. Here comes the 40 taking a peek to the inside. And Mike going to be able to take that spot away. Reed actually has quite a bit of damage on that 43, but at a place like this, it's not going to affect the car too much, as he's able to get side by side here now with Jared Apel. And also you see the 10 there as well of Andy Monday. Reed Rendell going to take away the spot. It's going to move Reed up to 7th now. Monday trying to follow suit. Oh, may have something going on. Yellow flag is out as Roman Blank. Nope, who was that? Joe Wood may have had a little bit of an issue. Let's see. Do you have any help? Oh, got a little loose actually. I don't think he really had the help. Right there's what brought the caution out as he went around. He actually tried to get it going back the right way. Once again, let's take another look. It's going to be hard to see some of these bumps and stuff in a place so small with our cameras, but here's another look to see if he had any help. Well, there was a little bit of a tap from the 5, and it did seem around. He does a good job of keeping it off the dirt now. That could have been way worse, but caution's going to come out as it looks like our lucky dog, if we do get one, will go to the 40 or the 87, and he'll get back on the lead lap. And there he goes. Somebody blinking right there in front of him, but he'll get to wave around and get the lucky dog. That was actually a pretty good little run, honestly. Like I said, I'm not super surprised by that. These guys do a great job normally. We do got cars actually on pit road, which is kind of surprising. Maybe getting some of that damage worked out. And you see him right here waiting. Pit row is closed, so he'll get going back again. As the caution lights should be getting ready to go out. And right now they are on, so we'll take another trip around. All right, so the pace lights are off and should be getting ready to go back green. We're going to go single file restarts here as we wait for the Ford Mustang pace car to drop down. We're going to head high above the blimp and give you guys a great perspective of Oxford Plains Speedway. That's the green flag. Waves here once again from Oxford. You know, and yellow coming back out. Not sure what happened here. This actually may have been thrown manually. I'm not entirely sure what brought this back out. I didn't see nobody get turned or nothing like that. Not entirely sure. Honestly, I don't see nothing. Who is that down there? Let's see who that was. Don't think it was the 87. He's coming to take the green flag now. I'm not sure. So that was just an iRacing deal. So the caution does come out once again for some unknown reason. We don't really know. Don't really tell us why, unfortunately. Coming to lap 35 next time by. So far it's your race. So we've had 3 cautions. That one was definitely questionable, but you know, it is what it is. But we are coming up on 66 laps to go once we hit the line. As you can see, one thing Brian Hacker is doing, for people that do not know or do not follow iRacing too much, besides certain leagues or something like that, he's running on the outside where these cars have not been running, trying to make sure the tires will stay cool. You see a couple cars, and sorry about the blink issue, that was on my end. But it's very unique because it does actually help the tires cool down. And for people that don't know, there's your look at the weather temp. Remember, we was at 87 earlier when we first came gridded up, so the track is already up to 95 when these cars are running on it. So if you can find any cool track temp to cool the tires down, it is going to help you, especially with the launch and stuff like that, because once again, I don't think you're going to have to pit for tires here. I don't see the point of pitting for tires here. It might help you, but a lot of people won't, and I feel like the track position is way too much to overcome. And that's one thing that I just don't see a lot of guys doing on this race, that is. As the green flag is back out, we can go back high again. You guys can see what it looks like looking down from above. So you see the top 7 right here. Top 2 already breaking away. So you guys can get a good peek here at Oxford Plains Speedway. One car actually on pit road. That is Kirk Clevin. That is on pit road. As we jump back down to the cars. Jackson Lewis trying to put some pressure here on for the lead. Already 2 wins this season. Looking to try to get a third. Brian looking to get his second. Still a long ways to go in this one, so anything is possible. I do like how Jackson's being super easy on the wheel, not burning up the tires. That could become an issue. Tires definitely can become an issue on the longer runs. As you see Reed Rundle getting passed by Andy Monday. For now, we'll see if Reed's able to get it back. Right now, he will not. So let's see who that is right there behind these guys, caught up on the outside. Looks like Mike Winters, it is, and he is battling a 13 of Zach Collier. Probably the best paint scheme in here, I might add, is that 13 car. I absolutely love it. If you guys want to see it, there you go. Pretty cool little South Park tribute. Really neat to see. Look back, you can see Eric right behind him, followed by Mike as well with 77. Mike Beamish putting some pressure here on Bud Riegner for the 5th position. Even though both of these cars say number 40, Bud is actually number 4, but, you know, go figure. That Skis Graphics late model. Now, of course, these things do not have the wheel spin. That's a super late has or nothing like that. But these are, in my opinion, one of the funnest cars to drive. This is a street stocks, in my opinion, is the most fun car to actually watch race. I absolutely love watching these guys run the late models. It's very fun. So anytime we get a chance to watch a late model race, it's always good racing for the most part. Matt taking a spot away from Cody Hubbard. Going to move Matt in that 8 car up to P3. How about the number 8 started back in P9 and has worked his way up already 3 spots. Or, sorry, not 3 spots, 6 spots. I believe his name is pronounced Matt Vaade, I believe is how you say his name. I always called him Matt Vague just because I'm hillbilly and that's what I called him. Go figure. Everybody's single file right now. Once again, like I said, Oxford Plains, this long runs are a theme when it comes to Oxford. We've seen it in the late models. We've seen it in the modifieds. And, I mean, that's just part of Oxford. A little bit of bump put on from Reed Rundle by the 62 of Jeff. And that's definitely something that we're used to seeing here at Oxford as well. Still watching Jeff here in the 62. Continuing to work his way forward. He actually started back at 18th, up 10 spots. He is one of our biggest movers at the moment. As we got a yellow. And what happened here? This is a big one. Jared goes around. Remember, he's up in the point standings as the pace car apparently runs over the dirt too. Now here's what actually happened. He's actually involved in 2 wrecks here. He gets loose there. Loses the car right there. He was running pretty solid. Just spins it around. And actually, that did not bring out the caution. That's why you see him back on the gas so hard. When he pulls back out, that's where the caution actually happens. Right here, making contact with the 9, who looked like he gave plenty of room. Just unfortunately right there. Eric not going to be too happy about that. But Jared Apel, remember, came in here with the points lead. Or tied for the points lead. Going to walk out of here right now with some damage on that 51. Right now is a lap down as well. So that's not good for him. Everybody will have one bad race throughout the season. But that is exactly what Jackson Lewis wants to happen in a way. He wants Jared to have a bad race, and so we want to help him. How about the sun coming back on the track? It's probably going to heat this track over to 100 degrees once we go back green. 95 right now is the track temp while we're under caution. So I would expect the track temp to go back up once we take the green flag and get some laps in our belt. We are 58 laps into this one. As I told you guys, it does not take long to run Oxford. All right. Here we go. Green flag back out. Unfortunately, the 9 of Eric also went a couple laps down, 3 laps out to be exact. Jared Apel right now is battling for that lucky dog spot, so if he's able to stay right where he is, he would be your lucky dog. He's trying to stay in front of Roman Blank in the 83. And that could work out in Jared's favor quite a bit, especially if he took tires as well. You never know. I don't think he did, but Reed Rundle side by side now with Zach Clear, who's trying to take that spot away. Big wreck on the backstretch. Caution may come out. Oh, let's see. No caution as Eric Mueller has some trouble here. He went to 5. They go way off track. The 5 ends up in Neverland and gets spun and actually had to tow to pit road. Also, Joe Wood may have had trouble. This actually did bring out the caution, so this is what the yellow's out for. With that said, lucky dog going to be the 15 or the 51 on his car. We believe so anyway. Caution comes out here on lap 65. And now as I look at your weather temperature, we did have a lap or two already under caution. You see that it's already 98 degrees, so yeah, it's getting above 100 once we're in the green. Easily. All right. So the pace laps are still going to be on Brian Hacker, Jackson Lewis, and Matt. And I still feel weird saying his name, but it's Vaade in the third position. And I hope I'm saying that right. But how about Cody Hubbard? He's been hanging around. He's been right there in fourth, just hanging there. Bud's up to P5. Mike Beamish started second, not where he wants to be, I'm sure. But right there is the most impressive, I think. 10 spots gained already. But we'll see how it plays out here as we get set to go once again. Pace lights are off. That means the green flag set to come back out. We go high above once again. We're going to check that track temp if we get just a few laps. There's a little bit of shade coming over the track, so the track temp actually may be cooling down. But we'll keep an eye on it. Right now it's at 95. We'll check it here in about 3 or 4 laps to see what it is. Up front, Brian Hacker under a lot of pressure right now from the number 7 of Jackson Lewis, winner of 2 times so far this season. And Brian Hacker looking to try to get his second win. A lot easier said than done against guys like this. That is 100% sure. We know that these guys are some of the best short track racers in all of our racing. I'm just going to be honest. I call it like I see it. They put on great shows. And we're seeing it here once again. Right now, the track temp actually hasn't warmed up, which is very interesting. It's staying right now at 95. We'll check it once again here in a moment. Looking back at your top 5, how about that? Make that 6, should I say. All the way back to Beamish, right on the bumper. Bud Riedner. Oh, Matt getting a little bit loose. Able to hold on to third. At least for now. The track actually is warming up is what I thought it was. I thought it would be over 100 degrees. Reed Rundle continuing to fall back. He started off really well and was doing really well. Started back in 8th, or up in 8th. Now has fallen back.
The future is feeling.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're gonna lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Sorry about that, guys. Not entirely sure what happened. Everything, my whole computer just shut off. I think my power actually flickered for a minute and shut my computer off. So that's kind of strange. We're loaded back up. We are still racing. So just keep that in mind. I don't really know what's going on, but either way, we are still racing here. And now we're back. So once again, I apologize for that. No idea what happened. Yellow is out. So there you go. Here on lap 86. So once again, not entirely sure what happened. Just keep that in mind. We'll get back in and get everything going once again as the green flag. We're ready to come back out here in just a moment, as that was a strange one. Brian Hacker still up front. Not entirely sure what the caution was for. We just want to keep it on. We didn't miss much. Hope we're still live on Facebook. If we're not, I do apologize for everybody tuning in. I'm not entirely sure what happened. I'm not even set up for nothing right now. So luckily my computer started back up super fast. So kind of strange one there, but it is what it is. Gotta love technical problems. We was seeing some good racing too before that caution came out. As we get set to get ready to go back green here in just a moment. Might be a little bit of a delay on our end right now, but it's okay. As we get set to go back green here in just a second. Pace light should be going off. We're coming to 11 laps to go. Trying to make sure, who am I missing that was inside the top 10? I'm not sure who that was actually that got involved in the wreck. It might have been Reed Rundle. He actually went a lap down. So I think that might have been where the caution actually came from. That's unfortunate. As we are coming back to 10 laps to go at the line. Track temp at 99 now after the sun finally came out. Pace lights going off. This is going to be a good shootout. As long as my computer don't do that again. Brian Hacker in that Speed 51 car. We'll be live on Speed 51 here in just a few moments. About an hour from now, we'll be live over on Speed 51. So if you want some more short track racing, you can check us out over there. Be live for the Western Super Series finale. But right now, we get some fun racing here at Oxford. Brian Hacker down and away, under attack from Jackson Lewis. 9 laps to go here in Maine. We work through turns 1 and 2. Once again, we see our usual suspects checking out. Through turns 3 and 4 this time, coming to 8 to go. Single file everywhere right now. Jackson Lewis has to, I'm going to guess he's going to have to put the bumper to Brian and move him up the racetrack. That would be my only guess. I don't think you're going to be able to get him by getting a run underneath him. That's just my personal opinion. Brian's doing such a great job on holding that position, but I'm going to be honest, Jackson Lewis is getting some pressure here as well from that 8 car. Coming to 5 laps to go at the line. This time by Brian Hacker, Jackson Lewis, still 1-2. But that may be not here very soon, because here comes Matt in that number 8 car. Matt Vaade, I believe. Once again, I hope I'm saying his name right. I was told that's how it's pronounced, so I hope so. Brian Hacker looking to try to get win number 2 here, part of the Ultimate Sim League, sponsored by Pathfinder Chassis. As they work out of turn 4. Brian Hacker don't need no help on his chassis right now. Pathfinder may have already helped him, because he is doing a great job basically dominating tonight's race. Either way, Jackson Lewis probably going to be happy with the outcome with the points tonight. That's one good thing about that. As we watch Brian Hacker here work through turns 3 and 4. White flag going to be out in the air this time. Brian Hacker looks to get win number 2 on the season. Through turns 3 and 4, Brian Hacker picks up the win from Oxford. Good win for him. Jackson Lewis, Matt going to finish in third. Cody Hubbard, Bud Reedner with a good finish as well. It's going to help Bud in the points. Remember, he was right there in third, so he's going to be able to keep that up. As we're going to try to talk to Brian Hacker right now. Give me just a second. And we'll pull him in. Brian Hacker, Adam Chapman, ESPN. You got me? Hey, Brian, you got me?
Gotcha.
P1, 2 wins so far this season. Man, dominating 100 laps at Oxford. Very tough racetrack. Talk us through your night.
Yeah, I don't like this track, but the last couple times I've been here, I've kind of figured something out. Felt pretty fast tonight. Also, these cars are dump trucks, and they're really dump trucks at this track, so just glad we were able to hold on and lead every lap and pick up the win.
So my thoughts on you is we've seen you on the restarts, and we've seen a lot of guys do this in the past races on these short tracks. You go, when the track's cooled down, you actually go to the high side, try to cool your tires down. Did that help you at all tonight on these the restarts?
I mean, I'd like to think so. I don't know if it actually did or not,
right.
But, it's just something that I've done. Whether it works, I don't know. Probably at this point it's more superstitious than anything. So, I don't know. I'm going to keep doing it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I won't know the difference.
For sure. Hey, man, 2 wins this season. You and Jackson Lewis now both tied for the most wins so far at a very tough track. Shout-outs and all that stuff you want to give out.
Yeah, I saw the 7 in my mirror all night. He's always fast, so I appreciate him running me clean tonight. So that's it's always good when you can run up front and not have to worry about being knocked out of the way or anything like that. So kudos to him for doing that. Narrative Coffee Company, Speed 51, Western Super Series, season finale tomorrow. Thanks. Or tonight, yeah, sorry, it's Tuesday. Season finale tonight, right after this, so tune into speed51.com. Thanks to you, thanks to Bud and Jeff and those guys for doing that Pathfinder chassis, and Joe and the guys for supporting the series. It's a lot of fun.
Hey, man, good to see you get another win. Good job.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, we got one of the hottest drivers as well, Jackson Lewis. Actually, the guys finishing top 3, pretty much the hottest drivers. Jackson, you got a copy?
Sir, I do.
Finishing P2, started P3. Man, another solid night, and honestly going to have some help in the points because looks like Jared had a little bit of trouble. I'm sure that's the main thing.
Yeah, no doubt. Just another P2 finish. Just, I don't know, definitely my least favorite track to be on. I didn't pass a single car other than on the initial restart, so really couldn't pass, really couldn't do anything. As soon as I'd get to Hacker, it's just nowhere to go. I can't pass him without hitting him out of the way. So I just settled in with a second place finish and kind of just accepted that I was going to finish there.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that basically you had to use the bumper in order to get to someone or try to get to someone and possibly try to move them out of the way. So, like I said, points the biggest thing. You come in here already with 2 wins this season and another good finish right here. And I'm trying to remember where we go next week. I can't remember off the top of my head. But either way, another good finish for you tonight, man. We do head to Stafford next week and another low-line track. How do you feel about going to Stafford?
I feel all right there. It's either hit or miss for me at that place. 1 and 2 is definitely tricky. At that place, you got to drive it a lot different than 3 and 4. But normally I'm pretty good there. So we'll just find out what happens, and hopefully we pick up actually win number 4 if I win there. So. Well,
man, another good night. Started third, finished in second, always on the podium. Shout-outs and all that you want to give out?
Yeah, I just got to thank Scott King Designs for the paint scheme, recent paint scheme that I got there. I appreciate it. It's always looking good out of him. JR Photography, Ultimate Sim League, and Ultimate Race Cars, and Pathfinder Chassis, and I think that's about it. Also, the boys of the Pay the Bills team, and all the admins tonight. Just good race. Just happy to end up where I did.
Hey, good job, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Next up, and I want to make sure I got your name right because I always butcher it. Is it Matt Vaade?
That's actually really close. That's it.
Man,
nicely done.
I'm going to get it eventually perfect, so we'll get there. You're one of the biggest movers. Started ninth, and honestly, I feel like you're not actually too bad at this track. You actually looked like one of the fastest cars as the race was going on. It was just so tough to pass later in the race, but you started ninth, finished in third. That's not too bad of a night, and I mean, you're right up there with these top guys that's in here every week. You always finish top 3 or top 4 most of the time.
Yeah, I really like these wide sweeping tracks like this, Lanier, Langley, places like that I do pretty well at. So I just got to figure out this qualifying. I got to stop being so deep in the field, passing all these cars.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here looking at the points. You come in here 5th in the points. You actually picked up 4 spots last week. Tonight, I would guess that you're going to possibly may gain another spot. We'll have to wait and see. But we actually, the next 3 races, Stafford, Irwindale, and Richmond. Richmond's more of a crapshoot in these late model cars. We don't really know how that's going to go. But Stafford or Irwindale, which one of them tracks do you feel most comfortable where you can get a win? We know you got the speed. It's just, like you said, kind of qualifying.
I really like Stafford. Irwindale Outer is not one of my better tracks, but then, to end the year strong with 2 out of 3 races, I think we'll have a pretty good shot at it. I think I'm going to need Brian and Jackson to have a little bit of trouble to get us up there to really challenge them for the championship because they're so consistent. And again, tonight they were so consistent. I think once I got past Cody, if we had a green run to the end, I might have had a shot at him. I think I had 1 attempt at Jackson, and that was really it. Otherwise, I was kind of stuck where I was. So still take a 3rd place finish against this group is really good. There's a lot of guys in here with a lot of feature wins and championships on the board here in the Midwest, so it feels good to run against these guys.
Yeah, the good news is we know that most likely you're going to be, I would say, possibly 3rd in points right now. We know Brian is not going to overtake you. He was actually back in 12th coming into tonight, so we'll see what the points shake out to be. But either way, man, another good run. Shout-outs and all that you want to give out?
Shout out to my guys at Ultimate Sim and everybody here that helps put this league on. They do a great job. My guys back at All Pro Sim for the competition that I get every Monday night. It helps me out here. Gorilla Movers of Wisconsin, Integrity Farms, Flow Wrestling, USA Wrestling, Madison International Speedway, and Pathfinder Chassis.
I like the wrestling shout-out, man. I love indie wrestling. Hey, good job tonight, man.
Thank you very much, guys.
And that's Matt Vaade, as I said it right that time. Once again, guys, we apologize for our technical issues that happened. We only missed like 4 laps, but still, I hate doing that. It's retarded. I don't know what happened. But either way, we do want to, once again, shout out the main sponsor, Pathfinder Chassis. We could not do it without you. Really, from the bottom of our heart, we say thank you. You didn't have to sponsor it, but you stepped up and did, and we really appreciate that. So that'll do it. Brian Hacker, congratulations on the win. That'll do it for me, guys. I'm Adam Chapman. Y'all have a great night. Take